Hey team, wanting to make a video because I just made a medium length video about politics, and I know that I can be a little boring. So I wanted to make something shorter that still got the point across. So I am making a video just to check in where you're at politically. I know I do not believe in violence. I would argue pacifism, except for various, I think, stipulations there. But I don't believe in violence. I believe in peace. I believe in the ability to communicate and to try um, and communicate our way through conflicts and negotiate versus any sort of physical conflict. So some of the rhetoric that has been coming out does concern me. I don't mind the Department of War. Here's the thing. I recognize, I believe in taking anti-violent approaches, but I also believe that some people are less kind, and I still believe in defending those who are weaker than us. And that need help. So I have mentioned that, for example, corrupt governments in South America need to be addressed, and I have postulated that taking some form of war in that direction could happen, and I do believe that it should be addressed, and so figuring out how to deal with pure governmental corruption is kind of a theme right now, which is coming to the fore, what with Epstein and his story, and the current term with Trump, and how he's manipulating things in ways that are only potentially legal, and how the Republicans do have the House, and so the representation for those who have other perspectives feels a lot less than it has in the past, where previously it's, progress has been kind of, or seemed kind of gridlocked to a certain degree, very slow changing, nothing big, and so this is big. This is big. How he's been governing is big, and so just checking in, because now is the time for the conversation. With these sorts of violence, he's been bringing them out for for illegal immigrants, for participants in drug cartels, and these are things that we need to address. Obviously, having people come to our country legally is better than being illegal in the country, and also, we don't want drugs in our country, things like that. So these things do need to be addressed, and of course there's that conversation of how he's pulling the military out, and having them deploy to different parts of the United States for various conflicts when it comes to ICE and things like that, and so the legality there, and the just blatant shows of military force. It seems like he is, and I don't know if that is for the international audience, because Trump did say that Biden was weak, and we have no respect on the international field of reference because of that. And so I'm wondering if this is for a bigger audience, as well as to remind the United States not to be passive. That's the conversation I'm having. Not being passive, engaging in politics, which is why I am making this video, because it is good to engage. It's hard to engage, just because, especially when you don't know that you can actually do anything. You can talk yourself into circles, but what can you actually do? And it seems like not a darn thing, and I think that is scary, and I think that is the currency of the government right now. One of the big issues that we're facing is we can't do anything. people don't engage, and minimal things are accomplished. And so Trump is kind of waking people up in that regard, for better or for worse. So please have this conversation with me. Please engage in this conversation with me, because this is important. We want people to have good quality of life. We want people to be happy, healthy. We don't want to have to live in fear. We want to make good choices, and we want to promote that in others. And we also want to fix loopholes in our democratic process, in ways that we do not get representation, and in ways that may wax and wane unethical. We need accountability, and that's harder to ensure, with varied opinions and lack of that accountability. So just checking in. Okay, I wanted to keep this short, so I'm going to stop now, but just let me know how you're feeling. Thanks.